T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey, good evening, and welcome to another special edition episode to Kitchen Table Conversations. How everybody doing today? Hope everybody had a great week. I hope you have a productive week, a productive day. Hope things are moving in your direction. So what I would like all y'all to do while you're coming on and paying attention and all that, I need you to like and share. Hit that share button on YouTube verse and over in Facebook verse. Please share. Like sharing is caring, as I always say. Sharing is caring. Guys, we have a special episode for you tonight. Tonight, we're going to really be talking about some things that's going to happen in our community coming up soon. Something that we did last year that was crazy, and it went across the city like gangbusters, and we had, man participation from the community. And this year, we're going to do it even bigger and better. And we're talking about Druid City Baseball. I know last year we called it Tuscaloosa Baseball League, but, we put a little spin on it to try to get more attention to it and make it bigger and better. You're going to hear a lot about it tonight. You're going to hear a lot about how you can sign up, how you can participate, how you can sponsor, how you can help the teams out, buy snacks, all that kind of stuff you can find out. But we need you to like and share. I know it's early in the evening, people just getting off and stuff. So if you're in your cars or your phone, like and share it. And if you don't watch it now, you're watching on replay, please tag people in it that has kids of age to play youth baseball. Please like and share this. Guys, we're going to jump right into the conversation, man. We're going to jump right in. Our guest tonight is the Honorable Jay Logan. A man of stature in the community. He is, I won't mess his title up, but his community is somebody with power. I'll let him talk about himself when he get on. But we're going to be talking about baseball, guys. So right after this commercial, we'll be right back with our guest, Mr. Jay Logan. Hey, there we back with our guest, Jay Logan. What's up, Jay?
How you doing, Rodney?
Oh, man, I'm good, bro. I'm good. How you doing, sir?
Man, doing good. Just busy, man. And again, I don't want to talk about titles, so You can just call me a para-employee. How about that?
No, that's not your official title, sir.
I'm Director of Community Outreach and Athletics and Senior Programming for Tuscaloosa County Park and Recreation.
Okay, great. All that what he just said, y'all. All that what he just said. So, so Jay, man, tonight we talking about baseball coming back to our communities. Let's talk a little bit about this new. Well, it's not new. It's not new. New name, Druid City Baseball. Let's talk about Druid City Baseball. What is Druid City Baseball?
So the video that everybody just saw, I hope everybody saw it. So last year we called it Tuscaloosa Baseball League. There was an effort by a lot of people in the community to try to revitalize the game of baseball, because really when you look at it, baseball is a non-traditional sport in our community. It's not played as much as, let's say, basketball or football, because we haven't been exposed to it, or it's been dormant for the last at least 15 to 20 years, in my opinion. Like when we were coming up, we played baseball. That's what we did. And it was part of the whole sports cycle. So Tuscaloosa Baseball League was a lot of different people. We partnered with the YMCA, Benjamin Barnes, and Park and Recreation. And we said, listen, instead of trying to split the duties and create a redundant athletic program in the community, why not combine resources, combine people, human capital and staffing, and say, let's put together a league, Rodney, that we can introduce baseball back to that community at a young age, at 3 and 4 years old. Because again, it's non-traditional. When you ask a kid sometimes, hey, what are you going to be when you grow up and it's athletic? They'll say, I want to be a basketball player, I want to be a football player, but nobody says baseball. And if we really think about it, baseball, you can make as much money and play as long as you want to. There's no cap in baseball. We do a little finance. You can be 30 years old making $200 million in baseball, but you only have so many carries in your body as a running back. Professional sports and football, right? That's all. These are just my opinions. So the league that we started last year, Rodney, you were there, you helped coach. It was a great thing to see the community of West Tuscaloosa, Southwest Tuscaloosa County, Alberta. Everybody was coming to the Houston and Benjamin Barnes to allow their child to play in this league. And it just really, I saw it brought the community together like you wouldn't believe. 140 kids, 2-week registration. If you remember, I got back on your show last year when we were doing it, and we only signed kids up for 2 weeks and got 140 kids. So our goal is 300 kids, and we can do that easy. And we looked at baseball, not only it's got to be experience-based, it's got to be educational, it's got to add some positive reinforcements to what they already know in school and at home. And so it's an outlet. And so when you try to put those things together, the biggest thing or deterrent most parents have to make that choice is cost. And we know baseball can be expensive when you're buying bats, gloves, equipment, you're finding coaches, you're finding uniforms, all those things. We were very fortunate last season to get some really good support from elected officials in the city of Tuscaloosa, Sonia McKinstry when she was in office, Ms. Odom when she was in office, Reginald Murray from the county. You had private business owners that would come in and step in. And then you had the parents who said, hey, I will pay for my kid and another kid. And that's what you want. You want that buy-in from the community. And so when you had those 140 kids from ages 3 all the way up to 12, and they've got brand new everything, that's how you start a league out. It's all about, and we clicked on that other metric, experience, having a good experience and learning the game, because a lot of these kids, Rodney, never played the game of baseball, never. And some parents never coached it. So we actually are in the process now of doing more coaching education and partnering with other organizations around the community to try to add some value this year to the league. So it's exciting. I'm telling you.
I'm excited. I'm gonna be coaching again this year. My little T-ball players parents been hitting me up already, waiting and willing to join back again. Man, that was an experience. I've coached baseball before, but last year was exciting to see those babies, 3 and 4 years old, barely can talk, barely can, run a base, can't keep the concentration and all that kind of stuff. It was exciting to see that and see the transition they made from first day to last day. It was awesome, and it gave us almost a sense of purpose when it comes to youth athletics in our communities, and that's really what we want to be and want to do with this baseball league. So Jay, tell us how this is going to be designed and set up. I know a lot of people's calling me about confusion, or Are we playing here? Are we playing there? Where we go register? Where we do all this? Kind of let's start and explain how people register for this
Sure.
Druid City Baseball League.
So let's go over the most important thing, the cost. So last season we had it at $65. And the YMCA, they've got a great program where we scholarshiped a lot of players. We've got a foundation where we would try to scholarship and offset some costs. So the cost to play baseball in Druid City is $65 per player. However, no child will be turned away. Let me say it again. No child will be turned away. That means if you say, hey, para YMCA, I just can't afford it. Ain't no problem, mama. Ain't no problem, daddy. Just sign them up. Does that make, I mean, I want to be clear.
That makes a lot of sense.
Just
say
sign
that
them up.
again for the people in the back seats.
For the people in the back, don't give me no excuse. Well, it's just too much. It is $65 to play in the Druid City Baseball League, and we play our games at the McDonald Hughes Center, and you're gonna play your other games, the T-ball, at the YMCA. The cost is $65, and I say that to say we would love for parents to have some ownership and some skin in the game and say, hey, I want to pay for my child and somebody else. That's ideal. But for the ones who say, you look, I just can't do it. I got multiple kids. Don't worry about it. Sign up, and we'll figure that out later.
We'll work it out on the back end.
Get them babies signed up first.
We want to eliminate all excuses. That's the whole thing about it. We eliminate all excuses.
And Pell, I'm gonna say this if you let me say this one.
Go ahead.
We actually found ways through everybody in the community. It wasn't handouts. It was just people saw the purpose and the value of that league, and they said, "What can we do to help?" Well, we don't want any handouts. We wanted sustained support. And so when you say to a kid, "Hey, when you pay your money," that included cleats, that included pants, jersey, hat, glove, belt, socks. All we want you to do is your time, your effort, and your passion for that little baby, and go take them to practice and be at practice and work with them at home and want to be a coach. And so this year we cut out the cleats. And the reason being is everybody's going to have to get some skin in the game. Now it's time to start getting some skin in the game where say, hey, we're going to make sure that baby got everything they need because we want them fitted from head to toe. All right. But
head to ankle. Head to ankle. You got to get the foot.
Head to ankle. Head to ankle. Thank you. So $65 is the cost to play. And you can sign up online, and you may see me about in the community. I'll be passing out flyers, old school guerrilla marketing, and you can go online, tcpair.org. You can go on the website for the YMCA, and you'll see that information. But if all else fails, call the YMCA, call McDonald Hughes Center, go by there and pick up a old school analog. I'll fill it out. That's all you got to do. You do that, you're good. And we'll figure out the rest.
It's so simple, people. Just go to, I'm gonna break this all the way down for the people. Go to the Y and sign them up.
Go to the Y, sign them up.
And sign them up. Plain and simple. You can do the website, great. Go to the Y, sign them up for baseball. Go to the Hughes Center, sign them up for baseball. The goal is 300 kids. You said, Jay?
300 kids is the goal.
300 kids is the goal.
Yeah.
And we eliminate all excuses. All we want you to do, if you can't afford it, sign them up anyway. But we need you to buy those shoes.
Yeah. Go buy. Make that
shoes, you can go to Academy. You can go to Hibbett's, Nike store, whatever, but you don't do all that. But go to Academy and buy some of those cleats because they're only gonna be wearing them once or twice a week for the season. So you ain't gotta go up buy no $1,000 cleats. So just go buy the $20, $25, $30 cleats, and we'd be good. So tell us, Jay, how did we get to this point? Baseball, because we have been dormant for years until last year. How did we get to this point?
I think a lot of people, elected official, non-elected official, a lot of people were looking at ways to try to involve our kids, our younger kids and parents. And we always use the great equalizer in our community as sports. And then it's education right behind it. Should be the other way around. But sometimes we say, okay, if we can get these kids in sports, we can keep them in school and keep those metrics like better behavior, better grades and all that. So baseball was one of those things where we heard it around the community. A lot of groups that we work with, Y and Para and just people out of the community, they remember baseball as being one of those sports where everybody around the community, not just West Tuscaloosa, but Northport and Cottondale, and wherever you were, everybody played at Benjamin Barnes and they played at the Hughes Center either at some point in their life if you lived in Tuscaloosa County at some point. And so a lot of conversations got to happen. A lot of people behind the scenes really worked on it and just pushed and pushed. And we try not to politicize it. Okay. Don't politicize what we're trying to do with these kids. Don't say because of X, we're getting Y. Let's just get them involved into youth sports. And then you hopefully will start saying, okay, now we got those metrics we want to see. Better choices, better grades, better attendance at school, better choices at home and in the community. Let's don't politicize and say, because we got this, they got to do, we ain't got no sports or nothing's playing or so on and so forth. We could easily make that statement, but it's too divisive. And it's too, we dismiss the fact that a lot of kids just want to have fun. They want to play. They want a different experience. And they want to be able to say, I've never played baseball. I learned how to play, or I've never coached it and I've learned how to coach. Baseball is non-traditional. If you ask 10 people on the street, they may say, well, basketball, football. And I've seen a lot of kids from week 1 all the way to week 10 or 11, whenever we ended the season, where they learned the game and they learned how to come to practice. They learned how to practice. And the challenge moving forward now is not the kids, because they want to do it. If you expose our kids to something new and make it fun and make it enjoyable, make it a good experience, they'll come back. And you got to start them at the youngest age at 3 years old, because just like academics, a child will develop their own attitudes and perspectives by the time they're 10 or in the 3rd grade, just like academics. Normally you'll see a kid, oh man, is he not playing sports? Well, he's in the computers now. He's 10 or 11, or he's in the so-and-so at school. It's just, they develop that personality. So you got to catch them early.
Yeah. It was so important for kids to take on that persona of athletics, not just because of being in sports, but because it builds character, it builds dedication, it builds all those different things in our children, especially as young as they are. So we need to continue to keep them, getting them as young, so we can build those, as you say, metrics in life, where we can push them to be great. And especially when they're 3 and 4 years old, they answer, know how to sit down, know how to be still. But as they go through the season, they're building that discipline, that behavior, modification, and doing all kind of things. Because baseball is just not sports. It's just not about playing.
Yeah.
It goes into a whole different range of things. So, Jay, talk about the partnership. I don't know if you touched on it. I don't think you did. Talk about the partnership. I know you said community members. Really dig down into the partnership to make this happen between the Y and Para and our officials. Go ahead.
So Benjamin Barnes YMCA, Lakita Smith and her staff at the time, she had kids already. She had a captive audience, and she's got sports going on. You had folks like Deion Washington, yourself, a lot of people in the community said, man, why don't you guys come together and pool your resources, which made perfect sense. It makes sense to pool your resources and say, hey, Lakita, you're at the Y, you do baseball. Jay Logan and everybody at Para and McDonald Hughes Center, we got baseball fields and we've got kids. Instead of saying we're going to have our league over here, let's do our league over here like we always do. You see, when you combine resources and say, this is your lane, this is our lane, here are the boundaries, but the end goal is to partner and pool resources. And man, it came off almost perfect. I promise you. I can't tell you who won and who lost, but I promise you, those babies had the best time I've seen. I promise you.
They had it in that jamboree, that first jamboree we had. I think we counted over 700 people.
It was 780 something people all out of the community, and that's what you want. That's what you want everywhere. That's when you say, "Hey, I'm going to watch my son play or my granddaughter Saturday." It was a beautiful day for a ball game. You had fun, you had food, you had baseball, you had kids in great looking uniforms. It was just, that's what you want in your community, and using youth athletics, man. That's kind of what you want. And you ought to be able to replicate that every single season with different sports. But a call to action now. Okay. Everybody who's looking, everybody who's watching, if you say, man, I want to get involved, or they should be doing X, just give a little bit of your time. 1 hour, 3 days a week.
Yeah, 3 days a week.
Yeah, 3 days.
2 days practice, 1 day of the game.
Yeah, 3 days a week, 1 hour. If you ain't got a kid and you say, oh man, I don't know if I got time, make 1 hour. Just carve it out, 1 hour. We will make time for things we want to make time for. Just one hour. One of the biggest challenges, Rodney, is finding coaches. And I don't care. It can be a man in the community. It can be an uncle. It can be a mama. It can be a grandmother. We had a lot of women coaches last season, which I love.
We had a young lady, I think she's like her early 20s.
Yes.
Or late teens, and she was a coach of a team.
She was a coach. And so for
she
everybody
was cheating all the time. She cheated all the time, but she was a coach.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You probably you didn't coach your boys up enough. That's what it is.
We won every game we played.
I know it. Yeah, y'all were good. It's just that now the challenge is, I don't think it's the kids, because if you go to any one of the schools, you know, if you're MLK, Central, whatever, if you've got a child between the age of 3 and 11, 12-year-old, get them into this baseball league. And I promise you will see leaps and bounds how well they respond to adversity, how well they make choices at home and at school, how well they interact. And the social interaction is very critical, because now you get to see your kid in a different light, and you get to improve on what and who they are as a person using sports. And again, I tell anybody, don't sit back on the sideline on this one, please. Just don't do that. Let's don't get on the book of feelings, as I call it, feelings book, and say what we ain't doing. Just come out, just help. Anything you want to do, I think it'd be greatly appreciated. So the partnership with the Y, it's immense. It was very important for us to reach out with the Y. Lakita's just been very, very, very good about what can we do to help hear our kids, because their sports cycle is very cyclical right now. Okay. Meaning they're just now finishing basketball up. So she's got a captive audience. And so now she can start recruiting baseball, and then we start finishing up basketball. So it all lined up, and we're trying to do the same thing this season.
Well, that's good, man. I'll tell you, last year was incredible. The baseball turnout and participation from our kids, our parents, the community as a whole. Yep. Now we roll from baseball right into soccer.
Oh man,
and that's how we roll. Well, baseball, football, then soccer, right?
Yeah.
Baseball, football, and soccer.
Yep.
So when does the baseball season start?
All right. So let me get some quick dates. Okay. So we will end registration February the 28th. End of Black History Month, registration ends. But if you come to us March 1st, 2nd, I want to sign my baby up, ain't nobody getting turned away. That's nobody will be turned away. Don't worry about it. I just don't have the money right now. Now, if you got it, please help that cause. Does that make sense? Make that investment of $65 for your kid, if you got the means to do it. If not, there's mechanisms already built in place to where nobody will be turned away. You don't have to worry about, well, I don't got it, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about it. But if you got it to spend on that child, please do so. So February 28th, registration ends. March 1st through the 31st, that's when you get into baseball mode, practicing, coaches meeting, a players clinic, coaches clinic. So now we're starting to move into getting to practice every day at whatever time to whatever time. So from March until the end of March, we're going to be practicing 2 or 3 days a week, so you can get kids acclimated, because again, either they've lost that skill set, lost it, or ones have never played it, and you're teaching the game from scratch. And so it's going to take a minute. It's not going to look like baseball when you see them on opening day the first week. It's just not.
Especially T-ball.
T-ball is rounding up cats in a box. If you ever learn how to do that, it's fun to watch. But March 1 through the 31st is practices. Our Jamboree Community Fun Day will be April the 9th. The 9th. I know there's a lot of stuff going on in April, and I know you're going to say, man, I can't make it. But if we get 300 kids, or how many kids we get, you're going to see something that's going to make you run through a brick wall, Rodney, when you see people out of that community, out of the western part of Tuscaloosa, come to the McDonald Hughes Center or go to the Benjamin Barnes YMCA, and they are looking only to support the kids in that community. And man, it's something to see. April the 9th is our Jamboree Community Fun Day, weather permitting. We try to do a good job of communication through our parents and emails and all that. So the structure is already set in place. YMCA does a tremendous job in making sure that their parents are above board doing it. We've got staff to where we'll set practices up. We've got scheduling. All those things are already ready to go. All we need is the parents and, more importantly, the kids. So April the 9th, first Jamboree Community Fun Day. You get to see them in the nice uniforms and first pitches. And it runs all the way to the week of Memorial Day. And the reason we say that is normally by Memorial Day, people are getting ready to either do something with summer league camps. They may be doing out of town. So we try to shorten that season up, and then we may get the opportunity later on, and we'll depend on what the parents want to do. We may have a small tournament after May. It just depends on what the parents want to do. But this second year of the league, we're just trying to work on coach education.
And I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna go down the dates. Our kids were so good after practicing and all that. They were so good that another league's baseball team came and played our kids, and we wiped them off the map.
Yeah,
they didn't want to play our kids no more.
Because you want to get to the point where you start interlocking games with other areas. You know, Para Baseball League is fairly large, and so our calendars just don't mix this season, unfortunately, like it did last year. Meaning we're about 3 weeks behind where they need to be in terms of play dates. But now there's nothing to say if you got a coach call and say, hey, I want to do a play-in date. Let's be flexible. You play it, and you know that's a good thing about our league. We can be flexible enough until we get to, as a league and the parents and everybody, where we can starting baseball the same time as other leagues around the community start.
But we're gonna get that. This still is infancy, and we're in infancy mode right now. We're building. So between now and March the 1st, get these babies registered. So the next 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, whatever, we're gonna be pushing registration. Then we're gonna roll into getting coaches signed up, coach clinics, player clinics, all that kind of stuff. Talk to the parents, do all kind of stuff we need to do.
Yep.
And then we're going to start practicing. Maybe the second week of March, we can go into practicing for our Jamboree starting season on April 9th.
Yeah.
So everybody watching. Sign them babies up first. Then we'll work on it after that. Sign the babies up first.
If you have a child in MLK or Central, take that road right there by Central. Oakdale. Yeah. Just go right to the McDonald Hughes Center or the Benjamin Bond YMCA, pick up a sign-up sheet and sign them up.
And don't take listen. Don't take the sheet home.
Don't take it home.
Pick the sheet up, sit down, fill it out, and get it right back to them.
Right back to them. That's all you got to do.
If you got $65, give it to them. If you ain't got it, still give them that form. Don't take that form home, because we know what happens when we take papers home. Because I do it all the time. It's sitting either in the car on the back seat or going on the kitchen table. So let me fill that form out now.
Let me give you a quick breakdown. So after the season over, we did some post financials. Okay. It cost us about $34,000 in officials, $34,000 run our league with 140 players. And so with umpire fees, because that's a fee. You have to pay those umpires coming to that game. You've got administration fees, you got registration fees and things of that nature. So it cost $127.52 to outfit a total child. So $65, you get all of it. So tell me if there's a better deal somewhere, and I will make sure we try to match it. I'm not a car salesman, but to do head to toe last season, it cost $127.25 or whatever it was to go from hat, jersey, all of it. But we only charge $65. And you're saying, well, where's the other money come from? YMCA did a tremendous job, like I said, scholarshiping. You had private people out of the community. Para brought in resources. YMCA brought in resources. You had elected officials that came in, and not try to politicize it. Don't politicize it.
Yes,
don't try to say.
I say politicize it.
No,
we got elections coming up in May. Politicize it. Yeah. Say
I'm gonna disagree, Phil.
Jay, no. I want to politicize it because I want to see how many of y'all politicians got some money in your pocket. Send some money our way. Y'all outdo each other.
And I know how that game works in politics. Don't politicize it. If you got money in the coffers, give it. Because we spend a lot of money on stuff that just don't have a high rate of return. So don't politicize it. What better thing to invest in is your kids in your community? Because if they were smart, they would say, "Oh my God, they're 8 years old. In 8 years or 10 years, they're gonna be voting."
You're right. That's why I say politicize it.
Okay.
I say politicize because I like to see people outdo each other. I got a check for 5,000. I got a check for 10.
Well, you know what? Let's make a friendly competition then. But we have some. Listen, the elected officials last season, they showed up and showed out. And I'm very confident
they really did.
The ones in this community in the county will also show up and show out. And again, I know what they're saying, man, I just ain't got it. But we always spend money on things that do not give us a high rate of return in our community. Think about it. But if I can show you, if I give you $10,000 and I get 300 kids playing baseball from this time to this time, guess what you've done? You just invested in their family and all that. And now if you want to politicize it, then you can go back and say, hey, I'll see you in about 8 years when you turn 18 because I'm going to get your vote.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, Jay, we got a question. Jay. This young lady said that she has 2 brothers playing, want to play baseball. They want to play baseball, but she signed them up for soccer. And the practice is on Mondays and Wednesdays from 7 to 8 p.m. She want to know could they do both?
Okay. We've had this question last season.
Yes.
So if she will give you her contact information, Barry Spitzer is our soccer director. And so what Barry and I will look and see is, depending on the age group of that child, soccer usually coincides, unfortunately, with baseball practices. We do not deter a kid to want to play dual sports with para. It's just that if they're playing Monday, Wednesday, practicing over here, practicing and playing on Saturdays, that pretty much is the same what we'll be doing in baseball. And soccer spring and baseball spring, unfortunately, are right beside each other with dates.
Yeah. Well, I told her to sign them up anyway, and if we had a confusion, we drop them if we need to. We make it work. So, Brianna, sign them up, baby.
Sign them up anyway. Go by the Hughes Center. Go by the YMCA. Sign them up anyway. And
I think we got to call it, J. Logan.
Okay.
Hey, you got to call it.
Hello. How you guys doing?
Hey, that sounds like Lakita.
Hey,
It's Lakita Smith.
Hi.
All right, Lakita, you live on air, so don't say nothing wrong.
Oh, I never say anything wrong, Rodney.
All right.
Always. So what did I miss? What do I need to chime in at?
Just talk about baseball. Talk about the wise input on this this Druid City Baseball League.
Okay, well, of course, as always, the YMCA and para, we will partner together again to make sure that the kids in West Tuscaloosa, but no, Tuscaloosa have a great opportunity to experience baseball again. We are hoping to register 300 children, so we have a healthy league and the kids are able to participate in something that is worthwhile. They'll learn fundamentals as well as the game of baseball. And registration has already begun at both centers, both the Houston and at Benjamin Barnes. And we're just waiting on people to come sign up now.
Good. So what are times at the Y open? How do I sign up? Who do they need to ask for? Give us some information on the Y.
Absolutely. So we're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And the registration form is there at the desk. Or you can go to our website and register online, as well as to the para site to register for either location. And either way, either place that you register, your child will still participate in the Druid League. So it wouldn't be that it's going to matter which place that you register for. They're still going to get the registration the same way. We open on Saturdays now from 8 until around about 7 because we're actually finishing up our basketball league. So come in, front desk. They can ask for me. I can give them a tour and we can talk about baseball a little more. Or anyone at the front desk can help them out.
Great. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
We're definitely looking for baseball coaches, and we are starting the recruitment process so early in the game. So there's no way that no father anywhere, or dad or whomever, would not be able to say that they did not have ample time to get in there and get this clinic for themselves as the children. We're planning all those things right now.
And coach can sign up right there at the Y too.
Right here at the YMCA, or they can go to the Bama Post, and sign up there as well.
Yep. Okay, say that again.
Bama Post.
Okay.
On the university website, we are listed there looking for volunteers as well for baseball.
Okay. I don't know what Bama Post is, so I'm confused.
It is on the.
I'm joking.
Okay.
I'm joking.
Okay.
So if you want to be a coach, guys, go straight to the YMCA and sign up and see Miss Lakita Smith. Miss Smith, how talk me your experience of seeing those babies matriculate from beginning of the season to the end of the season. How was your experience with this baseball league? Because you was at every practice and every game.
Yes, I was. We were really pounding the pavement, both myself and Brandon McAway. I gotta make sure that's put out there. Yep. But watching the very first day when the children were first practices, I'm gonna give you something that was said to me from a child that actually played They were excited to actually be on the team, and getting their uniform is what really excited them the most at the time. But after the child actually hit the ball for the very first time off the tee, that's when he was like, Miss Lakita, I got to sign up again. I really know how to play baseball. And he had just begun in T-ball. So the experience for him was great. The uniform, wearing the actual uniform, to playing on the field, made him feel like a big boy, is what he said.
Yeah, it was exciting to see those little babies run around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Exactly.
I'm excited. I'm excited for this partnership to continue. I'm excited for YMCA and Perry, all our community volunteers and leaders come together and host this again this year. I'm excited that it's no child be turned away, no child left behind. So
no child left behind.
No child left
We're
behind.
offering scholarships still at the YMCA. So if you need financial assistance, you would have to come to us for the financial assistance.
Okay.
So if you're looking for that, you have to come to the YMCA to fill out that paperwork there. But I think it's going to be online as well. But they would have to come to us for the financial assistance at the Benjamin Barnes Branch location. And we're at 2939 18th Street.
Yeah, and we've been telling everybody, Miss Smith, if you ain't got it, just fill it out and register anyway. We'll make it work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to make it work.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss Smith. You got anything else you want to say?
Are you still coaching?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Got me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get. I miss my little baby, so I'm gonna get back there with him.
Because DJ continues to ask for a Coach Pelt, so don't let DJ down.
Yeah, DJ, that's my dude. That's my dude. No, we gonna be coaching. Me and Warrior, my assistant coach Warrior, gonna be with me this year, so we gonna be coaching again.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you. Hey Jay, thank you too.
Lakita, I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, 300 kids. And like Lakita said, if you can't afford it, YMCA got the scholarships. But if you sign up at the Hughes, don't worry about it. Just sign the paper up and walk out the door and bring it and give us that paper. We'll work it out. We'll work it out.
Right. Thank you, Miss Smith.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Have a blessed night.
All right.
Man, that was Lakita Smith that called in. For y'all that don't know, she's the executive director over at the YMCA, the Barnes Branch YMCA. She does a phenomenal job over there with our children, our after-school program. I called her today. So crazy. I was calling her about something else that, my mind is always running, something else I want to do. And she was like, hurry up because I got to drive this bus. I'm like, drive what bus? She's driving a bus from school to school, picking up the kids for the program. That's how dedicated she is to those kids over there at the YMCA. So hats off to you, Miss Smith. Continue to do what you do over the community, and we support you and we love you in at all costs. If anybody mess with you, tell them to call Rodney Pell. We'll get him. Me and Jay will go get him. Me and Jay will go get him. We'll go get him. So let's wrap this up, Jay. Baseball, what, when, where, how?
Okay. If you are listening, again, I'll say it again. Druid City Baseball League, we are looking for 300 kids. It should not be hard. If you got a child that they go to City of Tuscaloosa City Schools, if you got a grandkid that you say he needs to get into something, if they're 3 to 12, just go to the Hughes Center, go to the Benjamin Barnes YMCA, sign them up. If you can't afford it, don't worry about it. Sign them up. We're going to take care of it. It is registration ends on February the 28th. February 28th, registration ends. And from March until the end of March, we'll have our practices. And again, the registration deadline's on the 28th. The fee is $65, but no child will be turned away. No child will say, well, no, we can't afford you. We don't worry about it. There is too many people in this community to me to say we can't do this for kids. And I'm not asking for handouts. What I'm asking for is learn to invest your money where it really gonna matter. It really matters when you invest the money, the extra money that you do have into children, especially at a young age. And again, I won't politicize it. I'll just say I know how city government budget works, so nobody can pull the wool over J. Logan eyes. So there's a thing called discretionary money. There's a thing called just picking the phone up. And if it costs somebody $34,000 to run a league, that's nothing. That they lose that much in paperwork.
Yeah.
That's no kind of money. Nothing.
Right.
It's an investment. So April 9th, our first game, first jamboree, go see Lakita Smith at the YMCA Benjamin Barnes branch. Go see Brandon McAway at the McDonald Hughes Center. If you have a kid, I'm telling you, if you're in the pickup line at any one of those schools along MLK and off of MLK 15th Street, keep driving to any one of those two locations. sign up and walk out the door, and I promise you, you will be part of something so special. And if you're a man in the community, woman, grandmother, aunt, uncle, it doesn't matter. If you want to help, 1 hour, 3 days a week, and I promise you, you will change the metric of a kid. And then if you're an elected official, a business owner, somebody who wants to give back, we're not saying please, please, please begging, but we are saying invest, invest, invest. I know what time it is right now. Now, let me be real clear now.
Okay, yeah, be real clear, because
it's Christmas in our community right now.
Yes, it is. It's election time.
No, it's tax time. Everybody getting their tax money back. It's Christmas in our community right now.
That's right.
Now you're going to hear me. So if you want to invest in a child or children and you say, oh, I got 5 racks coming back, take $500 and pay for a kid and pay for 4 more, or whatever, how many kids, pay for a kid and pay for their brother and sister. If you really want to do it, or if you can't give money, give time. Because seriously, because I promise you, just to see where that league is going, and this should be something that we should be doing anyway as a mechanism to say, I can't really teach conflict resolution, but you can use athletics to help with conflict resolution, because that's where all the bad decisions happen in life anyway. It's determination of what the choice you're gonna make to resolve conflict. Athletics really puts you in a position to do that, to resolve conflict in a way where you push through and you do it in a manner where it's not hurtful. And so I'm just excited over the league. 300 kids is nothing. I don't know how many kids in each one of these elementary schools, but that's 2 classrooms out of each school, look like, I would think, or at least half.
About right. That's about right. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it in our community.
It's easy.
Easy.
So thank you for letting me come on, Rodney, man. Thank you for allowing me and Lakita to come on. We got a great partnership with DeWine and Para. I mean, it is great. And again, it's all about everybody understanding what they bring to the table and saying it's better for us to join forces, and then let's put it back out there in the community and let everybody know that, man, just come on out.
Right. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate all the hard work. I appreciate you even listening to me and Dion last year when we said, hey, man, we want baseball. And he was like, what? And then here we go. Second year. And it was, to me, it was the most successful league in the West Alabama, to me.
Rodney, it is, and it will
start to beginning.
Yes,
it's the best league in West Alabama. So thank you, Jay. We appreciate your participation, man, and keep doing what you're doing in our community, brother. I appreciate you.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, man. See you later. That was Mr. J. Logan. We're gonna run the second part of this video with the Para baseball. I'll be right back with my closing statement. Yeah, that was a video, guys, that we ran last year after the last year's league. You see how many kids we had. You see how the fun we had. The crowds come out. So, guys, please, 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 if you have the opportunity to sign your kids up for this Druid City Baseball League, please go by Barnes YMCA and the McDonough Hughes Center, and we'll get you signed up like Mr. Logan and Ms. Lakita said, with scholarship kids. If you need it, financial assistance, just fill the paperwork out. We'll take care of it later. We'll do what we got to do. If you got the $65, please pay it and pay it for another child. So we eliminate all barriers, no excuses. Excuses are monuments to build bridges nowhere. Those are used are incompetent and masters of nothing. We eliminate all excuses. So continue doing what you're doing. We thank you all for watching. One last thing, guys. It don't cost a whole lot of money to run this show and all this kind of stuff, but it is a financial cost on us, on me, just a little bit. And I'm just asking you to support the show. If you like what we're doing, if you appreciate the content and you like the information we put out, actually just support it. Whatever you can do, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, $40, whatever. We appreciate everything, every penny, every cent. It all goes directly back into what we're doing here on Kitchen Table Conversations. We put out great content, great information that's needed in our community, and other avenues, other platforms that don't put out, we're going to put it out because we believe and we love our community. So if you got Cash App, just hit that Cash App right now or later on, whenever you can. Rod Senior TV, and we'll love it. We appreciate it and appreciate you so much. So, guys, we're going to get ready to get out of here. I thank you all. Stay tuned for next week's show. We got some exciting stuff coming your way. And what Jay Logan didn't tell you, and he told me not to say, that this baseball league is going to see something huge this year that the community never seen before. Other affluent communities are not going to have some of the resources that's going to come into this league this year. So sign your kids up now, February 28th, for Druid City Baseball League. Sign them up. I'm going to be posting this over and over again. They got a QR code up there, scanner. You can hit that QR code, scan, and boom, it hit right in your phone. You can sign them up right there and send it on in. So go to the Barnes Y, go to the Hughes Center, pick up the paperwork. Don't take it home with you. Sit down, fill it out right there, and give it right back to them. And we appreciate you so much. So thank you guys so much for watching Kitchen Table Conversation. Thank you so much for supporting us, and thank all our viewers. We'll see you in a week or so, next week. Y'all hold it down, man. Love y'all. Bye.